God. Ask God.
Hi Scott, my name is Sunil, and I was wondering if you could spend a few minutes walking through the process of calculating profit. I did see the profit calculator on the Amazon Seller Central website, but I noticed that it didn't have things like the product costs or shipping from China, and I just want to make sure that I'm including everything before I actually move forward with a particular product. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Hey, Sunil, thanks so much for the question and appreciate it. And yeah, it's a great question. And I do get asked this quite a bit as far as like how to understand how much everything is going to cost and how much your profit will be. Now, it's hard to pinpoint that to an exact number, especially when you include like things like pay-per-click or any type of promos that you're doing. But really, I think we need to break it down to just like the basics, right? And the basics are this: how much does it cost you for the product to get it sourced? We're using China, for example, but from China, how much is it going to cost to get it sourced from China with everything that you need that's included? And then how much to get it to the Amazon FBA warehouse? Those are the two things that we have to consider first. Then we can look at how much the selling price is going to be in a certain category, and then how much it's going to cost for Amazon to fulfill it. That's where the Amazon calculator comes in. And I'll leave a link to that in this episode on the show notes, but you can just really just Google and find it, just FBA sales calculator or cost estimator, and you'll find it. It's right on their website, but I'll leave a link too to make it easier for you. So this way here you can find it. But that's like after the fact. But the first thing that you need to understand is all of the total cost. And the total cost kind of looks like this. It looks like how much is the unit going to cost for them to create. That's including any type of labeling that they need to do, any type of artwork they need to do, any type of customization that they need to do. Like, what is the cost going to be? Now, whenever I contact a supplier, I want the final number. Like, I want the number including the shipping. So I always go by air. So I want to know what the cost is going to be to have it shipped DHL air to my location, okay, to my home office. I don't ship directly to FBA at this time. I may in the future, but right now I really just have it shipped here, and then I ship it to Amazon FBA. And I'll talk about that in a minute. So I want to know the bottom line. Now, recently I'm looking at a product and I'm saying to myself, okay, how much is all of this going to cost? So I write them that email, and from there I go ahead and I get the final numbers, and the final numbers might look like something like $5.50 is what it's going to cost. So let's say it costs $5.50 to get it here. Now, if it costs $5.50 to get it here to my home office, then I need to now figure out what's it going to cost to ship that to Amazon warehouse. So you're not going to really know that until you actually do one shipment. That's why you should start obviously with a shipment that you can kind of estimate things from. But in my case, that particular unit costs around 15 cents, depending on where it goes, 10 to 15 cents. So even if we round it up and said 20 cents, now I'm at $5.70. Now, if you have Amazon label your product, which I do, and especially in the beginning, I think that you should, because it just eliminates any other issues, any type of code issue, or UPC code or FNSQ number issue. But really, you need to just figure they're going to charge you 20 cents to label that. So right there, you're talking at $5.90. So what I would probably do is I would round that up to $6. I would say it's going to cost me $6 to get that product from manufacturer to Amazon FBA, $6. Now, in the future, I know that I can eliminate some of those numbers, right? The 20-cent fee that they are charging me to label the FNSQ, I know I can eliminate that. So I know I've got a little bit of room there. I can probably also shave some money off of the shipping. I can have the manufacturer ship directly to FBA. So if it's costing me 15 or 20 cents, let's say 20 cents, well, now just between the label and the shipping, I can save 40 cents. Well, it doesn't sound like a ton, but hey, 1,000 units, $400, right? I mean, it adds up. But in the beginning, I don't really care. I just want to know what the rough numbers are and actually on the higher end. So this way here, I know I've got room to improve the margins. The other way that I can cut costs is if I order more through my manufacturer, they may shave off 10, 20, 30 cents or more, depending, right? Maybe the more inserts that I buy, that might bring down the cost that they're charging me for those by 10 cents. So I could maybe shave everything down to 75 to a dollar, 75 cents to a dollar per unit, right? And if you do 1,000 units, that's $1,000. So those are the fees that you need to understand. The other fee that you need to also work into this equation is the customs fee. Now, depending on how many you're ordering, what type of unit or product that you're selling, the custom fees are going to have to be figured in. And these, again, this is kind of like one of those things that can go up or down depending on how it gets brought in. Also, the code that it is submitted to. So you should really contact your manufacturer and ask them what code that they're using. What customs code are they using to import to the US? And then you can then take that number, you can contact DHL, and they can probably tell you a kind of like an estimate of what it would be for percentage. Now, I know currently for me, I'm right around 5 to 6%, and I've been as high as 10%, and that was a whole nother story, but 6%, usually 5, 6%. So if you have an order that's coming in, now that's not including the shipping. And again, I'm kind of going long-winded here, but I think it should be talked about, is that when a manufacturer gives you a price and it's including the shipping, you don't want to pay customs on the shipping necessarily. You only want to pay customs on the actual manufacturing cost. So that's where you would have to get that breakdown to make sure that they put that on the packaging. It's because you don't want to, even if you're paying $2,000 to have it shipped, you don't want to pay customs on $2,000. You want to pay it on the $1,000 or the $2,000 of the manufacturing cost. So just a little side tip there for you. But those are the things that you need to understand and you need to put into the equation. Then once you take that number, let's say now it's $6, we said, and let's say you're going to sell it for $20, right? Well, now I just know by selling something for $20 around there, I know that it's right around $5.50 to $6. Well, let's just say it's $6 again to make numbers easy. Now we're $12 in. Well, now we know that we're going to make an $8 profit. Okay. That's without pay-per-click. Now, those numbers are a little high as far as like that example. Like I said, the FBA fees would probably be a little bit less. Your shipping and stuff from Amazon or from your location to Amazon could be a little bit cheaper depending on where you're shipping from. So all of those they're rough numbers, but you kind of get the idea of all of the different things that you need to think about. So I hope that's answered your question. I hope it's helped anyone that is listening to this that did have those questions as well. But again, I always try to figure a little bit high in the beginning and know that I can always kind of, fine tune things in a way that the margins will get better. If you guys want to submit a question, head over to theamazingseller.com/ask, and you can do that. I want to also, again, remind you guys, if you're brand new and this is your first time to the show, I want to welcome you. I love hanging out with you guys. This is just awesome to be able to virtually connect like this. And that's why I love the Ask Scott sessions. But if you are brand new and you're just getting your feet wet and you don't understand the entire process, the entire business model, I would recommend attending one of my live free workshops. This is where I break it down for you in 5 phases: how to pick a market and a product, how to source it, how to do a pre-launch, how to do a launch, how to promote the product, and everything in between. We go over that on a workshop, and we go through every single thing. We also do live Q&A. So if you want to attend one of them, I would love to invite you to the next one, and you can register for the next one by heading over to theamazingseller.com/workshop, and you can register there for an upcoming workshop. Well, hey there. Thank you so much for listening to that episode of Ask Scott. Now, that was just a highlight from one of our full episodes where I generally answer 3 to 4 questions on a podcast. If you want to go back and listen to all of the past archives of not just the Ask Scott session, but all of the full episodes where I do interviews with top Amazon sellers, people starting from scratch and building a business, if you want to listen to any of those episodes, head over to theamazingseller.com, and you can find all of that over there. You can also find details there on how you can ask your own question and get it aired on an upcoming Ask Scott session, and possibly see it here on YouTube or just on the podcast. All right, so definitely head over to theamazingseller.com. There's tons of
of resources over there for you to be able to build your e-commerce and Amazon business. So definitely go check that out. Now, I just wanted to remind you one thing before I let you go. There's a lot of information out there, and some of it is really, really good. But what I want you to remember is you have to not just consume the information, you have to actually apply that information. So take this information that you learned here today and apply it to your business. And this way here, you can get results. As my shirt says, I wear it almost daily. Take action. We'll see you guys.